It's summertime. We all want our beach bodies ready for our bikinis and board shorts, but the free weight area is crowded with huge grunting beasts. After getting out of the Marine Corps, I found myself indulging in unhealthy food and pretty much doing nothing except getting fat and out of shape. So I pretty much gained 50 pounds, and me and a friend were sitting down drinking a few beers and decided we were going to join the gym, but we didn't really know what we were doing. So I watched a ton of videos, read a lot of articles, and I found myself becoming quite a gym rat. So during this video, I'm going to show you how to properly squat, how to warm up, your setup at the bar, low into parallel, and your finish at the returning to the locked out position. First, you need to start with the proper warm up. Proper warm up obviously starts with stretch. You can do multiple stretching exercises. You want to focus on your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and any of your core muscles to include your abdominals and stuff like that. And then you need to get into a cardiovascular exercise that's going to warm up those muscles enough that you're going to be exercising. So what I like to move on to is the stationary bike for a solid 5 to 10 minutes, because that isolates your quadriceps and your hamstrings and your glutes, and those are the muscles you're primarily going to be squatting with. Right? Next, we're going to be moving on to the setup at the bar. So right now we're going to take a look at what the setup at the bar actually looks like. Setup the bar looks like, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together, also known as your scapulas. Once you squeeze your shoulder blades together, you're going to place that bar where it feels comfortable. It wants to be on like your trap area, your upper back. Some people place it a little bit lower on their back. I like to place it lower on my back. And then once you get it there, you're going to grab the bar wherever it feels comfortable for you. Some people like to grab it closer into their shoulders, and some people grab it way out by the weights. It just depends wherever it's comfortable for you, and depends on your flexibility within your shoulders. Alright? And then lowering to parallel. Once you go to lower to parallel, you obviously have to step out with that weight. And then once you step out with that weight, you're going to see what that looks like in this next video. Now that you've seen that next video, obviously you've seen that you're going to naturally drop the weight in between your hips, opening up those hips wide enough and your knees wide enough so you can drop down naturally, keeping that back arched a little bit, letting that butt push back, and then dropping down so you get a nice 90-degree angle. Alright, keeping the weight on the back half of your feet. As you see right now, I'm wearing flat foot shoes. As you see in the video, I was wearing flat shoes. If you don't have flat shoes, if you're wearing running shoes, you just simply take off your shoes, and you can do flat foot squats there. Because if not, if you're wearing running shoes, it helps you push you forward onto your toes, and it gets you off balance in your squat. And if you start using heavier weights, it really messes everything up. So make sure that you try to keep the weight on the back of your feet, and let that butt push back naturally, so that you have the nice arch in your back. Because once you start rolling your back over, it starts to mess up everything when you start to go up, and you have a really high probability of actually injuring yourself. Alright, so now that we're down, we need to get back up. So we're all the way down, 90-degree angle, we're at parallel, we need to get back up. So we're going to watch this final video. It's going to be the full movement of me doing the full movement, and then going up to vertical. Alright, return to locked out position. You get really push through your heels vertically to get all the way up to the locked out position. Alright, and you're gonna drive through the floor. And a lot of people like to lean forward on this, and you gotta make sure you keep your chest up. Now when you're starting out with squats, especially ladies and a lot of the smaller gentlemen, you need to make sure you keep the weight down, because the weight's gonna want to push you forward, and you need to keep your chest up. You can look up towards the ceiling, and it'll help you keep the weight on your heels. Also keep your back arched a little bit, and it'll keep everything moving forward in that straight line like you see in my video. Alright? And then again, drive through the floor. Just try to push that floor away from you, and that'll get that weight up. And make sure we're using weights that we actually can lift. There's no reason to be trying to lift what the next guy is lifting there. I tried to do that when I first started lifting, and it gets you nowhere. It just makes you look stupid. Alright, and finally, now you can confidently walk into the gym and perform a squat while using proper form and technique while keeping safety in mind. And of course, all anyone cares about is what they're going to look like when in their bikini when it comes summertime. Thank you. How long was it?